He waited for her, even when all hope seemed to have vanished. Could a lifetime of love really survive decades apart? Let's find out. Our story begins in a small, quiet village back in the 1960s. This is where a shy young man first laid eyes on her. Her name was Abina, and her smile was so bright it could light up the dusty streets. Her eyes were filled with a warmth that drew him in immediately. They officially met during the village festival. Amidst the vibrant colors and cheerful sounds, they found themselves sharing sweets and laughter. In that moment, Kojo's heart felt something profound, something eternal. He knew, deep down, that Abina was the girl he would never forget. But life, as it often does, was about to challenge their young love in ways they couldn't possibly imagine. Before they parted, they exchanged handwritten letters and heartfelt promises. "Wait for me," she had whispered, her smile both shy and hopeful. Kojo promised he would, but fate, it turned out, had entirely different plans for them. Life soon pulled them in opposite directions. The winds of change blew through their lives, driven by war, work, and pressing family obligations. Kojo moved to the city to pursue his studies, while Abina's family sent her to live abroad. The letters stopped. The years began to stretch into a long, silent decade, and the bright flame of hope started to flicker and fade. And yet, through all those years, Kojo never truly stopped thinking of her. He went on with his life. He met other people, but every new connection he made seemed to pale in comparison to the memory of Abina. Her name became a quiet whisper in his loneliest moments, walking alone in the park, sitting by the quiet riverside, or reading a book late into the night in his study. He would find himself murmuring her name like a soft prayer. Abina. Decades rolled by. The world changed, and so did Kojo. He built a career, raised children, and his dark hair turned to silver. He aged gracefully, but a small, secret part of his heart remained frozen in time. Forever living in that first summer with Abina, friends and family would often ask him why he never remarried after his first marriage ended. He would just offer a gentle, knowing smile and say softly, "Some hearts only belong to one person." He kept her memory alive in the smallest, most personal ways. A worn silk scarf she had once left behind, a faded black and white photograph tucked away in a drawer, a fragile letter, its ink slightly blurred, that she had sent just before she left. Life demanded that he be pragmatic, that he'd move forward, but his heart, in its own quiet rebellion, remained fiercely loyal. Then, one ordinary afternoon, when Kojo was 70 years old, something extraordinary happened. A letter arrived. The handwriting was faint, a little shaky, but he recognized it instantly. It was from Abina. She wrote that she had returned to their home village after her husband had passed away. She was fragile, she said, and older now, but she had come back to the place where their story first began. With the heart racing faster than it had in years, Kojo went to the old village square to wait for her. He saw a figure approaching, walking slowly with the help of a cane. And as she got closer, he saw her face. Time had etched lines upon it, but it couldn't diminish the same grace, the same radiant spirit he remembered so vividly. Their eyes met across the square, and in that single, silent moment, for decades of longing, of waiting, of unanswered questions, simply vanished. They found themselves sitting by the same old riverside where they had once shared their dreams. Their hands, now wrinkled with age, trembled as they reached for each other. As their fingers intertwined, the years seemed to melt away. They were no longer a 70-year-old man and woman. They were two teenagers, rediscovering the magic of first love all over again. They shared the stories of their lost years, the joys and the sorrows, the children they had raised, the separate lives they had lived. There's so much to say, so much to catch up on. Laughter and tears mixed freely, washing away the pain of their long separation. And for the first time in 40 years, Kojo felt a sense of completeness, a feeling that the missing piece of his soul had finally been returned. Time hadn't diminished their love. It had only allowed it to mature, to deepen, like a fine wine. Every single moment of his long, patient wait now felt entirely worth it for this one perfect reunion. As the sun began to set, casting a warm, golden glow over the river, Kojo looked deep into Abina's eyes. He could feel the weight and the wonder of a lifetime's promise finally being fulfilled. "I waited for you every day," he whispered, his voice thick with emotion. She squeezed his hand, her touch gentle but firm. "And I always hoped you would." In that moment, they understood a profound truth. Love isn't measured in the years you spend together or the distance that keeps you apart. It's measured in the constancy of the heart. True love, no matter how long it's forced to wait, never, ever fades. So, what do you think? Is it ever too late for love? Could you wait decades for the one who truly holds your heart? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow for more incredible stories.